Yeah,
Monday night.
Mexico, yeah, a little bit.
What was that like for you? Walk in there and see that.
The media part, pretty wild. I had some warning in the locker room that it was a lot of people. I didn't expect it to be. That was literally like the Super Bowl, but I mean, it was cool. It was the whole world watching. It was fun.
International media asks you a lot of tough questions.
Brutal.
When you go from look back to the Denver game and what a struggle that was, and there was so much negative publicity afterwards about you and the team and the offense, and now you're like the toast of the town several weeks later. I'm just curious as to your perspective on that. And that's just what the position is about.
Yeah, I mean that's life of a quarterback. There's always going to be a roller coaster. Every season is. No one's going to just be perfect the whole season. But I think the good teams find a way to just be right down the middle during that ups and downs. A lot of things are said out there. A lot of people have opinions, but our locker room is steady. I think we have a good group of leaders in there, which plays a big role. And the rest of the guys kind of follow suit, and it's worked out well for us.
This isn't a shot at any of the previous running backs you've had, but your third down percentage since Christian got here has gone up like 12% or something like that. And particularly in the pass game, how much easier does he make your life on that down?
A lot easier. All the backs, though. I mean, Elijah and Juice have gotten in there, decent amount too. It's a good group. It's a good group. When you, as a quarterback, can look at a concept, read it out, and if you don't like it, you got an outlet on the backside or whatever it is, and that's going to get you a first down. That's a really good feeling. It's comfort blanket, whatever you want to call it. But just having a group like that that's smart, Christian's awesome and everything, but that whole group as a whole has been really impressive this year, and I commend them.
So for you, let's say it's 3rd and 6 or something, in a normal situation where you maybe would want to throw past the sticks, if you see Christian 3 yards short, you're maybe a little more willing to take that check down now? Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Christian for sure. Any of these guys, Debo gets the ball in his hands, he's going to get yards. George, B.A., Jawan has made a ton of plays. Our guys are tough to tackle, and makes it tough on a secondary.
When you go to a game like the one Monday night, I'm assuming at some point you're anticipating 6-man line and that running the ball is going to be like pounding your head against the wall. Do you get kind of the heads up like, hey, if they're doing this, we're gonna throw a lot? Like, how did you go into that game mindset wise?
I mean that's kind of more Kyle thinking that way. Honestly, going into that game, I knew we were going to get that 6-man line. I was just waiting for it. That D coordinator's done it to us in the past, so kind of a good idea was coming. I was excited as a quarterback. That's your dream. I mean, get 6 linemen in there. It's it's going to be easy to throw on that stuff. So when our run game is doing what it does like that, and teams want to take that away, it makes the pass game a lot easier.
Do you kind of look at that oftentimes and say, "Oh, you're playing the 6-man line. We'll make you pay." Like you're not giving the passing game enough respect.
Yeah, I mean with 5 skill guys like we got, plus the guys coming in exchange, I don't know why you do it, but it's a pick your poison type of thing. It honestly is, and we just got to be able to play both ways. And I think we did a good job of that on Sunday. We got to do that again this week.
Jimmy, at the end of your press conference Monday, you mentioned, not for the first time this year, but you and Kyle growing together. You touched on this a little bit in the past, but this is, you've been here since 2017. What is different about this year?
Shoot, I mean, it's a different type of off season. I think just everything that happened with Trey, I think it kind of, happened like that. Just the whole situation. And I think, I don't know, we just got a more mature group this year, I think. When Kyle's, calling plays like he is and just letting me get the ball out and let the guys run with it, it makes for an easy style of offense. And I think when you tie that to a good running game, it's hard to stop. And me and Kyle, we got ways to go. Obviously, we're nowhere near perfect, but it's just moving in the right direction, and we're talking the same language right now, which is good.
Does your mind ever wander to what you're going to be doing a year from now?
I'm trying to worry about red zone today, man. No, I'll worry about that at the end of the year. There's too much going on right now, especially on a short week like this. It's been a bit of a catch-up week, so had to catch up on sleep, catch up on our film stuff. But we'll worry about that when we get there.
How do you keep that focus? Like, is that
Come natural to you, or is it something you have to kind of work at, just kind of how you balance your day, your week, and just remain on point?
I think routine's a big part of it. I just love football, man. So that kind of makes it easy. I mean, there will be times throughout the season where you want to kick back a little bit and relax, but no, I love football. It's easy. Waking up every morning, going after it, and we don't have to work real jobs. We're football players, so we're lucky, man. You got to take advantage of it.
Piggybacking on Branch's question a little bit, is it not surprising that it's taken a little time for the offense to gel, considering they spent the offseason preparing with one quarterback and then, like you said, just like that, it was a new one?
Yeah, I think, I know people don't want to hear this, but I think the reality of it, I didn't go through training camp with these guys, and I know I've played a lot of football with them, but just that timing aspect, going back to like Denver and things like that, we were going through training camp that week of practice, and as weird as that sounds, I think we've gotten better and better each week. Guys are just on the same page. We're talking the same language. And when you can do that as a skill group and a quarterback, I think it makes you dangerous. And I think we're moving in that right direction.
You mentioned the term "pick your poison" a few times. When you've got as many guys as you do, who are kind of star players, effective players, that they've talked about maybe needing to sacrifice for the other one. How do you, as the quarterback, kind of digest of I want to make sure everybody's involved. Like Monday, obviously, would be ideal if you could do that every time, but realistically, knowing that it can't, how do you kind of work through that?
It starts with the guys. It really does. The mindset of them. Just our whole team, I think, in general. If you have a selfish group, you couldn't make this work. But that's what I love about our team so much, especially the O-line. Those guys are awesome. They've been doing a phenomenal job. But the skill guys have really just bought into, it's not me, it's we. We got to buy into it as a team, and that's when teams go far and make these runs in the playoffs and things like that. It's just it's unselfish football. It's having good people in the building. I think top down, that's very important. We've been doing a good job of that, and I think it shows on the field.
I was watching training camp. You didn't go through training camp with them, but seeing the preseason games, it didn't always look good with the offensive line. Have you been, pleasantly surprised? What's been your thought of just how that group has come together?
I honestly haven't been that surprised. I knew they were a good group. Just last year they were a good group. Brought in a couple different guys this year, but they work well together, and I think Chris Furster doesn't get enough credit just getting those guys ready. How they prepare for the blitz packages, third down, everything. It's very impressive, and it makes my life really easy. When they block like they do on Monday, it makes everything easier, and that's where it all starts.
Could you tell, with Jake Brendel, he's been around, right? I guess he wasn't here the COVID year, but
yeah. Being
around him, did you feel like you guys could just pick up where you left off with him?
What do you mean? He had some big shoes to fill. Alex did a great job last year, but I thought Jake stepped in this year. Jake's as on it as anybody. He's getting these tough looks right in practice that, it's not easy for a center, especially in our offense with everything we do, all the motion. That shit ain't easy, and he makes it look easy and does a great job of it, just getting those guys on the same page, even with the rotation that we do at right guard. It's been impressive. I love those guys up front, man. They fight their ass off.
There's been some discussion about some of your off-schedule plays, like your first touchdown to George and the Florida Ray against the Chargers. It's not like you were a robot before, but is there something to that, like that you do have a little more freedom? Because I think was it Florida George, you could have run for a first down, you could have thrown maybe short to Christian.
I appreciate that. I think I could have got it too running, but okay, all right, we'll go with that. I don't know. I think it just comes with familiarity of the offense. There's certain plays where I get the ball, and whether it's not a good play or they ran the perfect coverage to defend it, and you just kind of have a feeling, all right, this play is not perfect here, and you might have to make something work. That's just being a football player. I thought we've done it a couple times this year. I think back to the Rams game, Christian had a great one on his touchdown catch. Ray, like you said, those plays just kind of happen. It's hard to practice those in practice, but when you got guys who are just football players and feel space and they want the ball, I think that's a big part of it, that these guys want the ball in their hands and they're going to do whatever they can to get open. That's just that's playing ball at the end of the day, and we got guys that do that, and that's what I love about them.
Do you have more freedom to just play ball?
I think that just kind of comes with the position. I don't know. Freedom, familiarity, whatever you want to call it. I think it's kind of all the same thing. But yeah, we feel good.
Did you guys talk to Steve Young on the flight home Monday night?
No, I was watching film and sleeping. But no, we're kind of separated, the players and everyone else, so I didn't get a chance. I didn't even know he was on the flight, to be honest. But, all right, guys. Catch you later.